Back on the MSG 150 presented by Chase for the New York Football Giants, the first day of organized team activities, OTAs. That means Eli Manning's out there. That means Daniel Jones is out there. And that means after the session today, Eli was asked about the Giants' rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I think Daniel, throws it well, and good kid. Just trying to pick up the offense. Only been here 2 weeks, so a lot going on right now with his just trying to learn the offense and protections and footwork and everything. So we've all been there, been rookies and learning it, but seems to have the right attitude and doing some good things.
All right, Alan and I now joined by Paul Schwartz, who covers the Giants for the New York Post. Paul, thanks so much for your time. What did you see out there first day of OTAs?
Well, I saw two quarterbacks, one 17 years older than the other. It's really remarkable, isn't it? A 17-year gap in age. But they look very similar in a lot of ways. Same size, same build, kind of same mannerisms in the way they throw the ball. But look, there's a lot of guys out there, all the rookies, all the veterans. But my eyes especially were on Eli Manning and Daniel Jones. That's the big story out here.
Paul, one of the things that Eli said today was, I've got to earn the job, I've got to keep the job. There's no question that he is the number one quarterback, obviously, but how are you seeing this going to play out once we get into training camp? Is he still going to get the majority of the snaps with the starters, or is Jones going to get some opportunity to at least get a chance to show what he can do?
Look, Pat Shurmur made it very clear today. Eli Manning's the starter. I think the most interesting thing that Pat Shurmur said today was that Daniel Jones is the backup. I mean, he didn't say that, but he might as well have said that. He said he will get more reps than the other quarterbacks, okay, than Alex Tanney and Kyle Oleta. So it's a 1 and a 2, but make no mistake, the 1 is Eli Manning. They're preparing him to play to start. He will get the vast majority of the snaps with the starters. Does Daniel Jones get sprinkled in a little bit? Yeah, sure he does, but the fact that he's now the number 2 or the de facto number 2 with two guys who are already here that were here ahead of him, that says, plays to the fact that Daniel Jones is the number 6 pick in the draft.
Paul, obviously it's going to be important, regardless of the quarterback situation, how the offensive line plays. How do you think things are going to shape up for the guys up front?
Well, thankfully, it's a lot of new blood, which is what this team needed. You have Mike Remmers, who was just signed, who will be the right tackle eventually. Can Chad Wheeler fend him off? Maybe a little bit, but Mike Remmers is not healthy right now. He wasn't doing anything out there today, but he will be the right tackle, presumably. Kevin Zeitler, new right guard. Veteran, tough guy. The guy is built like a mountain. A very steady player. You have Nate Solder, who is not doing anything now in the spring because of a little slight ankle procedure, but he's back, should be better his second year with the Giants, removed from the Patriots way, so to speak. Will Hernandez, John Jalapeno is back and looks very good at center, so it's going to be a group that's mostly veterans, no rookies, guys who are solid players, solid pros, maybe a little bit of a different culture. Potentially it has the makings of a quality, I'm not saying a great offensive line, but a steady, sturdy, accountable offensive line, which, let's face it, Eli needs at this stage of his career.
Yeah, and the offensive side is going to have, obviously, veterans experience really all around it. But on the defensive side of the ball, it's probably going to be very young, no? And Dexter Lawrence is going to get plenty of opportunity.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dexter Lawrence actually didn't make it today. He had some travel issues, Pat Shurmur said. But, I mean, he'll get a lot of opportunities. He'll start. I mean, the guy is not drafted in the first round to sit. He'll start. It's going to be a very new-look defense, and appropriately so. The defense was very bad last year. So, guys like Marcus Golden is going to get a golden opportunity, no pun intended, or maybe a little bit intended, to be the sack leader. I mean, he's a guy they need to be a guy who gets a lot of sacks. Lorenzo Carter in his second year. Look, guys all around the league, third-round draft picks in their second year blossom into big-time players. The Giants have not hit on these kind of players in years. Lorenzo Carter needs to be a guy they hit on. The defensive backfield, as you mentioned, young. Janoris Jenkins, Jack Rabbit was asked today about, being the mentor for these guys. There's young guys. Sam Beal made a nice play out there today. Jabril Peppers made a nice play. You have, Baker, the rookie cornerback. It's a lot of new guys, and really, it's good. A lot of young blood, fresh blood. I think they can be sneaky good this year.
Hey, Paul, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
All right, Paul Schwartz covers the Giants for the New York Post. And, you know, when you talk about a quarterback situation, Phil Simms knows all about it. His complete quarterback camp held recently at the Giants training center. His son Matt also there to help run things. Simms knows what it's like for a team to maybe draft a replacement as he talks about David Brown from years gone by.
Listen, D. Brown was a first-round drafted quarterback when I was playing. I don't remember the fans going crazy about that. And if Eli's playing just good, solid, standard football, then he's not going to be replaced. And the only way that we're going to see Daniel Jones play, Giants lose, if Eli's not playing well, and if it comes a part of the season where now they're not going to make the playoffs, if that ever comes about, then, of course, I think they'll give him a chance to play.
So it seems, you know what, Alan, the key thing is going to be if you're going to put Daniel Jones in there, when?
Well, I think what Phil said is exactly it. As long as they're having success, you know, they have the Week 11 bye, so you'll see where they are in the schedule, in the standings. Are they still playing for playoffs? Do they have something to play for? If they're at that point, I think that's when you make that move. Is that then okay? Then let the young guy play, get his experience. Eli Manning does have to make a decision on his future after this year. Now he's only got the 1 year left, so you have that to think about. I don't think it's something you do early in the season. But it is something that I think gives them the option because they have the late bye this year, Week 11. It does give them that chance. If they aren't playing well, if they aren't headed towards the playoffs, that's the time you do it. But before that, no. You see, all the effort they've put into reshaping the offensive line is strictly for Eli Manning and to show that there's still plenty of legs left in his career.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.